Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Busy as heck. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate all of you liking and subscribing. Yard Machine 550EX 2017. So a guy came out with his girlfriend and a couple of kids. They had bought a rear wheel drive Honda, and I took this in on trade. When the deal was done, I ended up giving 50 for this. I had 250 on it. Initially, I said 30. Trade in. Then she goes to the bank, comes back, and says, "Oh, I found another one in Venice, just like this one." And I said, "The best I'll do is I'll give you 50 for this. You give me 200 cash." So they did. So I ended up going through this thing, and I grilled the guy on fuel. The fuel smells a little on the stale side, and it had a bunch of water in it. You really can't see in this container, but it was watery fuel. So I tell everyone, dump your fuel and get fresh. So I hope he doesn't contaminate my machine with his shitty fuel. So I'm down to 3 pushers. I want to get this machine up and running. The 11 Alpha Bravo 1 Bravo Echo 729 MTD product out of beautiful Cleveland, Ohio. So we looked at this thing when it came in. I think I was working on the yellow Poulon Pro, which just sold today. I sold 4 units today. So that one had a bent valve. Fixed it, put it out front. Guy grabbed it. So we'll talk about the other sales as well. So we couldn't do much with this. It didn't fire off initially. I was pulling on it. It felt like no compression. I threw it on the table, adjusted the valves. Valves were loose. Put it back down on the ground. Wouldn't fire off until I motivated. So I grabbed 2 plus 2. He helped me put it in, and it kicked off and quit. So then I discovered the shitty fuel. I've already taken the carb off, cleaned it. This is the dude that said he put an Allen wrench on here to drain what was in the bowl. So I didn't see any tampering with anything internally. I think he just tried to do a quick fix, but his tank was full of shitty fuel. He could have drained this all day long and not got anywhere. So let's put this thing together. Let me put the O-ring in first, the keeper. I have the tank sitting on my Honda CRV. We've got heat warnings here. It's hotter than heck. Probably the hood of my Honda is 150 degrees, so that's heating up the plastic and getting rid of the moisture in that tank. So sometimes Mother Nature can be friendly and happy. Other times, when it's hurricane season, she can be totally upset. Okay, come on. Why isn't this O-ring doing it? There we go. So let me fetch the tank. So I had a knock on the door this morning. I was answering messages. A couple of guys with a pickup truck out front. So they says, "Oh, you sell parts?" I says, "Well, I'm not really." He says, "Oh, a guy at Ace Hardware says there's a guy in the neighborhood. He fixes mowers and sells parts." So I don't know anybody at Ace Hardware. He says, yeah. He says it's an older guy, long gray hair, medium build. So I says, well, what are you looking for? And he had a lawn tractor solenoid. He says, this solenoid's not working. The guy at Ace doesn't have it. He told me to come see you. So I helped him out. Gave him my card. They don't live very far away. So I guess word's getting around. Tommy time is going to get busy. So I don't ever recall anybody showing up and saying, hey, I work at Ace Hardware. So that was that. Helped those guys out. You recall the 3 mowers I got out of Texas, the Bolins? Sold another one today. I had sold one already, so I'm down to one of those. I'm blowing them out at $200 cash. And the people are happy because they know the base price of a 20-inch standard pusher. So they were happy at $200. So I got one to go. Joe's discount outlet or factory outlet in New Jersey, he's going to take care of me. He's sending out another Troy built. Talked to a guy on the phone. He was very nice. I asked him if they were inspected and tested with gas. He says yes, but sometimes things happen. So I don't know if that was his standard customer service answer. But if they had put gas in it and tried it, they would have gotten crapola. So I told him I hope the one on the way has been looked at. Like I said, sales are great. I have plenty of self-propel people going for the cheap pushers, which I'm very low on. So if we can get this going, I'll put it right to the front of the line. What do we need here? We need the recoil on. I got to get another filter. Tank's nice and dry. Sun really heated up. Put some oil on the recoil so the spring is nice and lubricated. Okay, everything moving free and clear. It is. So my brother Andy was here. He helped me grab 3 out of my to-do pile. A couple of them had rusted through decks. All I want is the engine. So I got a couple of nice decks. I want to make some pairs. Pair them up. Yesterday, scrapper that delivers showed up. He had 3 self-propelled. Everybody's bringing me self-propelled. So I was unloading, then another scrapper, the Bradenton scrapper, showed up. He had a Toro recycler, which I think we can look at after this. And so they started talking. They knew each other. So I guess there's a little scrapper community going on. I guess if one's got a full trailer and they find something, then they call the other one, kind of help each other out. It's a little scrapper union with no dues. So, I mean, if you go to the scrap yard every day with the load, you run into the same 50 scrappers over time. Exchange numbers, nice little community effort. So everybody benefits. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm going to grab a filter. Just to test it. I'm going to steal a filter off a nearby machine, which is better than the one that was on it. We'll put a cover on it so it doesn't vibrate off. We'll drop it down, check it out without a doubt. Okay, that's going to work for us. So $50 trade-in. I'm so low on inventory, I'll probably do 140 to 150 for this. People aren't squawking. They're paying. Try not to break your ankle. So I'm going to work hard and try to stay ahead of the game, get a couple more fixed today to put out front. Okay, I'm looking for my gas can. I fueled something earlier. Okay, here we go. Ready to rock and roll. Oh, somebody commented, you got to get me a gas can. I got gas cans. I just don't like the new safety crapola. It's just easier for me to pour the big hole into the big hole. Try not to spill anything. I do have that battery powered transfer pump. I should probably keep that nearby. Okay, 3/4 of a tank. Look for leaks and then pull on this. And then check out the newer Toro recycler that I paid $20 for. Okay, that was just my spillage. It looks like there's something down there. I'm going to go for it. Hopefully it starts. You guys place your bets. I say since it kicked off before with 2 + 2, I'm going to shift it up to a 1 pull ante. Just adjusting my hoochama-dingy up here on the handle. One pull ante. I have a lot of confidence in this $50 trade-in. Okay. Okay, that worked out. Okay, so this looks like a smart Stow. Yep, it is a smart Stow. Sticker's missing, but I can tell. So that's done. Clean that up, front line ready. So this was the Bradenton scrapper. I said, you got a bag? He says, no, it didn't come in with a bag. So let's check it out. Okay. Country of origin, Mexico. What's this model number? Move some of this grass. Model 20339. We looked at one of these a week ago. The 339. Okay, does it have oil? Oh, it's got oil a little on the high side. It's up near the top of the arrow, but it's nice and clean. Before we mess around with anything on the top, let's look at this blade. Okay, it's got a high lift mulching blade, which doesn't look too bad. Okay, still got the sticker on it. All right, so what are they chopping? They were chopping heavy duty. Ooh, I don't like to see big sticks. Rear guards busted off. Okay, I recognize this. This is palmetto fronds. So they were bushwhacking. They were hacking. Oh, there's some more sticks up there. Pine. Okay, so they were chopping the crap out of something. Let's keep going. So here's your smart Stow. It'll rest upright here. You see the little plastic tab. So it's going to be like this. Handle, blue handle is going to fold forward. I recognize them by the blue handle. That's how they color code these things. 2018. I can see it on the serial number. There's only a few numbers there. 18 and up here conforms to 2018. Okay, so oil was good. We'll check the filter. Maybe I'll go grab my turkey baster, do a fuel sample. Looks like it's kind of pushed in here a little bit in the front. Okay, somebody's taken a green kitchen scrub-a-dub-dubby and used that. So that was useless because you got to filter the intake right here. So they didn't want to buy a paper element. FedEx ground. I guess my mower will come in a couple days. Let me get a turkey baster. I didn't even pull on this thing. The engine could be locked up. Maybe I'm jumping the gun. I should probably pull it over. Okay, I got something to put fuel in. It's not the cleanest. I'm just looking for something to check water. Feels like compression. Let me just put this on here so I don't spill any fuel and just try starting it. I'll show you something else too. The traction control has been jerry rigged. So that didn't sound healthy, kind of banging. I'm wondering if it's the adapter. Something's giving me a little knocky. Let's forget about fuel now. Okay, the belt twisted backwards somehow. It's upside down. The little skinny part's facing up. It should be facing the other way. I'm going to tie up the safety brake bail bar so I can mess with the blade. I want to see if there's any wiggle diggle in the adapter. So, raising suspicion with a new blade on it. Did they hit a rock or a stump, put the new blade on it? Maybe worked for a while, then didn't. Because it looks like they've been cutting. It's got some wear on it already. Okay, tie this back. Because as you know, people don't spend money on maintenance. I've gotten blades in that haven't been touched since they left the factory. That's pretty rough when there's nothing cut and it's down to a 15-inch blade from 22 or 21. Let me get down here and wiggle jiggle. Some in play. Okay, I'm watching the shaft to see if it's bent. I'm going to try to pick a mark on the sidewall here. Okay, I got a mark. Okay, blade looks like it's fine, not bent. Okay. Okay, I'd have to take the guard off in the front end, switch this blade belt back over. As far as the knocking, I don't know where it's coming from. I'm trying to feel if I can feel any connecting rod rattle. Compression doesn't seem to be too good. Weak compression. no restriction. Or not the best. There's a little bit right there. Okay, so I don't know. I'll have to dig into this one. It's not jumping out at me what that banging was. Let me just take a sample. I'll go down here to where the filter is. Yeah, right there. Couple of little water droplets showed up. So if there's 2 or 3 droplets here, that means there's going to be more in the bowl. It'll seek the lowest level. So maybe that's what I'll do, is start off with a carb clean with no filtration. Who knows? Probably the secondary jet's got a bunch of crap on it. Where's my 2+2? I'm just going to see how this will be. Yeah, there's a bunch of dirt here. This didn't cut it. I'll try to go through the or will go through the valves, try to see if we have loose valves that would decrease compression. Yeah, nothing. With the debris that I see they were cutting, they weren't easy on this thing. It might be worn out like a burnt piece of toast. So I'll throw that up on the table. I'll look at the valves first, see if we can get improvement, and then tackle the carb second. Okay, that's all. That's all I got. I'm gonna hydrate. Kids and cadets, thanks for coming out. Please tip your waitress and wait staff. Adios, amigos.